My girlfriend's best friend, the beauty Bai Ning Bing, dared to brush her leg against mine under the table, right in front of her, while whispering, "I will follow your rules." When he Xiao King and I left the room, my girlfriend Bai Ning Bing just blushed and gently reminded me not to wear myself out, that as long as I carried her in my heart, that would be enough. All because 3 days ago, the zombie apocalypse broke out, and Hao Jian, the student council president, jealous of my beautiful girlfriend, pushed me to go find food. Even the school beauty, Liu Ruyan, whom I pursued for 3 years, said I was in good physical condition and supported President Hao Jian's proposal. The only one who spoke up for me, the beautiful Bai Ning Bing, was also held back and isolated by them. They said that if I didn't come back, the next one to have to go out would be Bai Ning Bing. Just when I was outside, desolate and hopeless, I awakened the divine shelter system. Beep, a qualified host has been detected. Congratulations on successfully binding to the divine shelter system. Does the host wish to deploy the shelter immediately? A fee can be paid to unlock the infrastructure, barracks, apartments, farm, requirements to upgrade the shelter. 1 million accumulated points to unlock all basic structures available at the current level. The host's current accumulated points are 0. The next second, the system sent a notification. Tip. The host can use valuable items to recharge points. Gold, jewelry, diamonds, antiques can also be used too. Recharge. 1 yuan equals 1 point. I was in a clearing in a small forest. System, deploy the shelter immediately. Beep, a suitable environment has been detected. Initiating shelter construction. Construction time, 5 minutes. The ground vibrated slightly. The trees disappeared quickly. A 6-meter-high gray wall rose from nowhere, and a small wooden cabin slowly appeared. 5 minutes later, the wall and the cabin were ready. I went up to the wall and knocked on it, producing a solid sound. Good. I went to the cabin. The interior was simple, with a private bathroom, everything in order. The system panel appeared in my mind. Barracks, 500,000 points includes 10. Elite artificial humans. Farm, 500,000 points, 400 square meters, stable temperature, provides food for 20 people. Apartments, 200,000 points, 10 single rooms. I must unlock the barracks and the farm as soon as possible. They are the foundation for surviving the apocalypse. Thinking of the jewelry store I passed on my way here, I immediately went back. I used a bottle of wine to lure a zombie and quickly took all the gold and jewelry from the store. I waved my hand at the jewelry. System, convert everything into points. Consumed 4 million yuan worth of jewelry, obtaining 4 million points. I returned to the shelter and, from outside the wall, said, System, unlock the barracks, the farm, the apartments. Inside the wall, a small barracks emerged. The 400 square meter farm spread out, and a small 2-story apartment building rose from the ground. 5 minutes later, 10 burly men in camouflage uniforms came out of the barracks and formed a line. I looked at those tall, muscular artificial humans in front of me, and a smile appeared on my lips. I said, "You don't have names. From today on, you will be called Bo Yi through Bo Shi. Bo Yi, you will be the squad leader." "Yes, young master. Now follow me to the cafeteria warehouse to get weapons and supplies." The school cafeteria's warehouse. More than 20 students were gathered, with haggard faces. We can't count on Jiboda anymore. We, the guys, will draw lots to choose one to go out and find food. When the chosen one returns, it will be someone else's turn. Why does the draw have to be only among the men? I'd rather we all die together than have others bear all the risk. Finding food has always been a man's job. Why are you including us? Zhou Yuan, have you no shame? Weren't you the ones who were demanding gender equality so much? Why should the men risk their lives while you sit back and enjoy? But if Jiboda were here, he wouldn't let them treat me like this. And to think he left just like that. They didn't want me. Wow, it's so lively in here. Have you chosen the unlucky one yet? Jiboda, is it very dangerous outside? Do you want to come back and take shelter with us? Kneel and apologize to me a few times, and I'll let you stay. Tomorrow, you go find food for us. Kneel before you? Are you still dreaming? He just asked me to kneel. Take care of it. Yes, young master. I was wrong. I spoke out of turn. Please forgive me this time. All right, let him go. Bo Wu approached to report, holding a bunch of knives. Young master, we've gathered the provisions. I built a shelter near here. Security is guaranteed, and you don't have to worry about food. I'm asking you for the last time. Do you want to come with me? Bai Ningbing bit her lip and nodded with a determined look. I'm willing to go with you. Some students showed regret and tried to approach and beg, but my cold gaze made them back away. I'm only taking Bai Ningbing. You're overthinking it. Report, holding a bunch of knives. Young master, we've gathered the provisions. I've built a shelter near here. Security is guaranteed, and you don't have to worry about food. I'm asking you for the last time. Do you want to come with me? Bai Ningbing bit her lip and nodded with a determined look. I'm willing to go with you. Some students showed regret and tried to approach and beg, but my cold gaze made them back away. I'm only taking Bai Ningbing. You're overthinking it. Classmate Jiboda, Kingshui, no, I'm only taking you, Jiboda. As long as you take me, as long as you're willing to take me, you'll do anything. Let's go home. Jiboda, you won't even take me? I'm your girlfriend? You said you'd protect me forever. And you actually believe a man's word? How naive. Congratulations on being successfully deceived once. Let it be a lesson for next time. Ningbing, let's go. We arrived at the entrance of the shelter in the small forest. This is your shelter? Uh-huh. Having a building appear out of nowhere is too strange. How will I explain it when there are more people? The host need not worry. Others' perceptions will be altered. They will only think the host's abilities are extraordinary, without feeling it's illogical. Come in. From now on, this will be a safe place. I took Bai Ningbing to a single room in the apartments. You'll stay here. Pick a room. Bai Ningbing looked around, saw the clean bed, and her eyes lit up. Then she turned to look at me and said, "Thank you, classmate Jiboda, the school's supermarket and convenience store. Bring all the water and food here." "Yes, young master." Bai Ningbing hurried over and pulled on Bo Yi's hand. "Hey, sir, could you also bring me some feminine hygiene products? My period is coming in a few days." Bring plenty of daily necessities. Prepare enough personal hygiene products and items for women. Understood, young master. Bo Yi and the others left, leaving the two of us alone in the apartment. Bai Ningbing nervously fidgeted with the hem of her clothes in the silence. "Why do those bodyguards call you young master? It's just for management purposes. Don't pay it any mind." Bai Ningbing raised her head to look at Jiboda, her eyes full of admiration. "You're really amazing." "Amazing? In what way do you mean?" "Thank you for bringing me here. You can't tell at first glance, but I didn't expect them to be so big when you bend over." "What's so big?" At first, Bai Ningbing was confused, but the next second, she lowered her gaze. Her beautiful face, pale as jade, instantly blushed. "Get some rest in your room. I should go check out mine too." Seeing that I was about to leave, classmate Jiboda, "Don't go." Being here alone, I'm a little scared. Then she looked around the room, smiled shyly, and clutched the hem of her clothes. At dusk, Bo Yi and the others returned, covered in blood. "Young master, there are provisions for 3 months, and the daily necessities are also fully stocked." At dinner time, I gave Bai Ningbing an instant hot pot. She ate with reddened eyes. I miss my parents, before my family. Also really enjoyed hot pot. Survive first, then you'll have a chance to look for them. Yes. Bai Ningbing lowered her head. "Can you stay?" "I'm a little scared of being alone." I brought her to the shelter for convenience. I won't force her into anything. But if she's really willing to be with me on her own initiative, I have to be clear with you. As for feelings, I can promise you fidelity. Can you accept that? I don't care. As long as you don't abandon me, that's enough. Under the gentle breeze and the clear moon, Bai Ningbing and I spent the night together. The next morning, we left the apartment holding hands. Upon seeing us, Bo Yi and the others greeted in unison. "Good morning, young master. Good morning, young master." Madame Bai Ningbing's face flushed, and she snuggled into my arms. "Today, continue searching the remaining supermarkets. Be thorough." "Yes, young master. Go home and practice your diction more." Bo Yi and the others returned, followed by 5 survivors, 2 men and 3 women. The survivors saw the shelter. "This place is too safe, much safer." Jiboda frowned and looked at Bo Yi. "Young master, we found them at the supermarket. They insisted on following us and want to stay. 2 rules. First, obey my orders 100%. Second, you must work. Provisions will be distributed according to effort." "Based on what?" "We're all students from Longjing University. Why should we obey you?" "You're no one important." "Exactly. We're all classmates. There's no need for rules like that. I am the owner of this shelter. The provisions, the only safety here, I provide it all. If you accept, you stay. If not, get out right now. I'll give you 10 seconds to think." Either stay and obey, or leave now. Do you see us as your servants? Do we have to unconditionally obey every task you assign us? That's right, 100% obedience. That's what it means. But with your looks, you don't have to worry about that. I'm not that undemanding. This place is safer than the supermarket. The food there will run out sooner or later. I don't want to sleep on the floor again. If you guys want to leave, then leave. I'm staying. Alright, well stay too, but well refuse to do unacceptable things. Since when did I say I'd accept you? Just for what you just said. My shelter does not welcome you. Jiboda, don't be so full of yourself. Now, for task assignments. Clean the shelter daily, help Bo Yi and the others transport provisions. Don't worry, we'll work hard. In the early morning of the fourth day, I took Bai Ningbing and 2 artificial warriors to the girls' dormitory. After clearing the zombies in the hallway, Bai Ningbing pointed to a dorm room door. Honey, this is my dorm room. Bai Ningbing was packing her personal belongings, stuffing cosmetics and Lolita-style clothes into a backpack, while I waited by her side. Just bring a few Jake Lolita and Hanfu outfits. We'll figure out the rest later. Okay, then, well, go to the mall for more shoes for you, and we'll change your style too. Young master, there are survivors in the dormitory building across the way. Could it be He Xiaoqin and the others? Sister, if they're willing to obey, give them a chance to join. After clearing the zombies from the opposite dormitory, I found 6 survivors, all women. We hid on the rooftop, barely surviving until now. We've run out of food and water. We were lucky to find you. He Xiaoqin looked at Jiboda. Can we join your shelter? We're willing to work. I set the rules. 2 conditions. Supplies are distributed based on merit, and my orders are followed 100%. There will be no unreasonable demands. The 3 companions who arrived yesterday have already adapted very well. We accept. Thank you, Brother Jiboda. We also accept. I led the 6 girls to the shelter. This place is incredible. It even has a protective wall. It's much better than I imagined. Bai Ningbing took everyone to get settled. I returned to the leader's room. Ding, the shelter is detected to meet the upgrade requirements. I said decisively, upgrade. System announcement. Ding, consuming 1 million points. The upgrade will take 10 minutes. A loudspeaker announcement sounded in the shelter. Residents, please stay where you are. Inside. The shelter. The shelter is being upgraded. Please do not leave your rooms. After the upgrade is complete, you may resume outdoor activities. Liu, your boyfriend is amazing. I can't wait to see what everything looks like after the upgrade. I checked the system panel. Shelter LVL2. Hydroelectric supply room unlocked. Upgrade condition updated to 10 million points. Luo Yi, take the team to the south area of the classroom building. Destroy the ATMs and bring all the cash here. Yes, young master. They've brought all the cash. I converted the money into points, depositing 1.2 million in cash, and obtained 1.2 million points. My current balance is 3 million. I spent 2 million to upgrade the barracks. The barracks expanded into a 3-story building. It was upgraded to LVL2, adding 50 artificial warriors. In front of the barracks, 60 artificial warriors stood in formation. I appointed Bo Yi as company captain, 10 men per squad, 3 squads per platoon, under Bo Yi's unified command. I used the remaining points to upgrade the wall in the leader's residence. Ding! Perimeter wall upgraded to LVL2, 10 meters high, 50 centimeters thick, resistant to common zombies. Leader's residence upgraded to LVL2, a luxury villa with high-end interiors. The girls came out of the apartment. Wow, this shelter is packed with people, and there are so many guards. My love, are all of them your bodyguards? Yes, they've just been assigned. They're responsible for the shelter's security. Brother Jiboda, you're incredible for having so much power. At dinner time, Jiboda sat at the head of the table, with Bai Ningbin by his side. Without you, we'd still be starving and afraid in the dormitory. I promise, we'll work hard and not cause trouble. Don't worry, we're all companions here. But the rules don't change. As long as you follow my orders, everything will be fine. Otherwise, they'll punish you. How did you and Ningbin meet? How did you end up together? I looked at Bai Ningbing and calmly explained. We met after the apocalypse began. I saved her, brought her to the shelter, and we just got together. In He Xiaoqing's eyes, a calculating glint appeared, and she said with surprise, "Oh, is it that simple?" A smile played on my lips, my tone somewhat mocking. What's wrong? Do you think things are still the same as before? That you have to go out for 1,000 dinners to cultivate love? And only then can you be together? No, I didn't mean that. But you're right, after the apocalypse, love can't be like it was before. Under the table, He Xiaoking's stocking-clad leg gently brushed against my calf. My body tensed, her cheeks blushed, her gaze seductive. I remained calm, and under the table, I reached out and grabbed her ankle. His Xiaoking's body trembled slightly, her eyes filled with panic. Xiaoking, I see you're enjoying dinner, but why do I feel that you're shaking? It's just, my stomach suddenly hurts a little. I'll drink some water. I'm sure it'll pass. All right, then drink plenty of water. Every now and then, a little appetizer is interesting. My chopsticks, about to pick up some food, stopped mid-air. I thought, I must find a time to have a serious talk with Xiaoking. He Xiaoking's body leaned forward, her eyebrows subtly raised. With a smile on her lips, she said, Brother Ji Boda, I once saw on the school forum that you had a very close relationship with Senior Ruin. Is that true? My chopsticks fell onto the plate. I gripped the edge of the table. Senior Ruin? I snapped my head up, my sharp gaze fixed on Xiaoking. Why do you ask that? When I was hiding in the dormitory, I thought I saw Senior Ruin, and now, while eating, I suddenly remembered that post, and that's why I asked. After everything that has happened, it hasn't been easy to make it to today. Did you really see Senior Ruin? You're not joking? Tell me where you saw her. We spotted them while hiding in the dormitory. In the distance, near the grand auditorium, there were survivors. They were far away, and we didn't dare shout for fear of attracting zombies. Bai Ningbing looked at her in astonishment. He Xiaoking unconsciously leaned back. One of them looked a lot like Senior Ruin. I turned and strode out, saying without looking back, I have to go out for a moment. Where are you? Going? I didn't stop, just raised my hand in a wave. My tone was rushed but firm. He Xiaoking said there are survivors near the auditorium. I'll go with Boyi to check it out. Stay here and rest. Just wait for me to come back. Alongside 30 warriors in camouflage uniforms, I moved quickly down the ruined path. They were armed, carefully watching their surroundings. Inside the grand auditorium, Guojing was lounging on a sofa. His greedy eyes scanned Ruan Qingli. I risked my life to get all this food and drink. Tell me, don't you think you should show some gratitude? Ruan Qingli turned to Shu Xiaoxi, her tone firm. Xiaoxi, pack our things. We're leaving here right now to find another shelter. Sister Qingli, it's full of zombies outside. What if something happens to us? And even if we leave, where would we go? You decide to leave? Did you even ask my permission? Leave? Pay your debt first. Ruan Qingli's gaze turned icy. She pulled a small dagger from her waist and held it to her neck. I've never eaten your food or drunk your water. What debt are you talking about? Debt? I want to leave, can't I? As long as Senior Sister agrees to be my woman. Not only will I give you all the food you want, but I'll also protect you. I love good girls who've never been in love. If you're with me, I swear I won't treat you badly. Why don't you look in a mirror and see if you're worthy? For me, there's only one person in this school I'd be willing to sleep with, and it's definitely not you. My young friend, what a pity I won't be able to see you one last time. No, Senior Sister, don't do it. I stood beside her and threw a knife with my right hand. The knife hit Ruan Qingli's wrist. Sister, it doesn't hurt. Is that you? Senior Sister, I'm sorry, I'm late. I didn't know you were at the school too, with me here. No one will bother you again. Ruan Qingli and I intertwined our hands and quickly left the auditorium. Tears were still on her cheeks, but a smile played on her lips. My gaze was firm. Protect her. In the shelter's leader's room, Ruan Qingli wore a black dress that swayed as she moved and an old shirt. Her expression was a mix of curiosity and amazement. Jiboda, did you really build this shelter? It's so big and imposing. I never realized you were capable of something like this. The corner of my mouth curved into a smile. My tender gaze fell on Ruan Qingli, a look full of affection, and I said, I built it little by little. The camouflage warriors outside are my men. They used to be elite fighters, and now they've decided to work for me. Ruan Qingli, amazed, leaned over to look around. Her eyebrows raised and her eyes shone with curiosity. Did you really establish this shelter? And who are those camouflage warriors? My expression was calm as I leaned back in, the chair smiling. Didn't I just tell you? I built the shelter, and my men are here for a special reason. Senior Sister, don't worry about that. Rather, I want to ask you, weren't you in the capital? Doing business? Why did you come back to the school? Ruan Qingli pushed back a strand of hair, a mischievous glint in her eyes. The school invited me to an alumni event. I didn't tell you, but the reason, my young friend, can't you guess? I leaned towards her, my gaze understanding, my voice soft. You must have wanted to surprise me. It's a good thing I ran into He Xiaoking. Otherwise, I would have missed you. Ruin Kingla's gaze shifted to the window, her tone inquisitive, her eyes evasive, and her cheeks blushing. When we returned, that girl in the school uniform, you called her? Ningbin? She seems to care a lot about you. What is your relationship? I scratched my cheek, a little uncomfortable, avoiding her gaze. She is my girlfriend. Ruin Kingla's pupils contracted. She instinctively took a step back, frowning. Girlfriend? And what about Liu Ruyan? Did something happen to her? My gaze darkened. My fingers drummed on the table. My tone was indifferent. Nothing. We broke up. She betrayed me in the cafeteria warehouse. Ruin Qingli frowned, clenching the fabric of her skirt, her gaze furious, her voice urgent. How could she be so cruel? You treated her so well. Doesn't she feel any remorse? I rubbed my temples. In a forest this big, there are all kinds of birds. Senior sister, don't be angry. It's in the past. We just have to look forward. Yes. Ruin Kingla's gaze softened. She leaned towards me with a smile. It's good that you've been able to move on. My first impression of Bai Ningbing isn't bad compared to Liu Ruyan. She's much more reliable. You make a very good couple. Ruin Qingli looked down at her shoes. I, sitting, wanted to say something, but held back. The silence was thick. I stood up abruptly, the chair scraping against the floor. My gaze was firm, my voice solemn. Senior sister, I like you. I want you to stay in my shelter as my girlfriend. I've already lost you once. I don't want it to happen again. Bai Ningbin is a good girl. You have to treat her well. I can't accept your proposal, but I promise to stay, as someone who wishes you the best. Loving you in silence, helping you build this place, brick by brick. I don't want to be the one who destroys someone else's relationship. I also don't want to give up on the person I once loved. That's why I choose to protect you in silence. Senior sister, don't worry. From now on, with me here, no one will dare to bother you. Not tonight. I'm on my period these days. Don't worry, I'm already here with you. What's the rush for a couple of days? But if you really need it, just beg your senior sister. I can help you in another way. Outside the office, Bo Yi knocked on the door with a serious expression. Young master, the task is done. We've brought everyone from the auditorium. Will you deal with them now or tomorrow? I let go of Ruin Qingli, my tone firm. Take them to the barracks first. I'll be there in a moment. I'll go with you. I want to adapt, not just be an ornament. In the future, I want to help you too. I turned to look at Ruin Qingli, my gaze hesitant, my voice wavering. Taking you with me. That place is a bit chaotic. Ruin Qingli's gaze was firm. She nodded gently. I can handle it. I want to see how you manage these things. In the barracks, Guo Jing was tied up, repeatedly banging his head on the floor, his forehead swollen and red. Brother Ji Boda, I beg you to forgive me. I know I was wrong. If I had known Senior Ruin was your woman, I would have never dared to touch her. I stood at the front, hands behind my back, my gaze icy, my voice emotionless. Is it confirmed that this is Guo Jing and his henchmen? Take them out and deal with them. Bo Yi bowed to receive the order. Yes, young master. Let me go. Ruin Qingli stood next to Jiboda, her gaze calm, without the slightest hesitation. She thought to herself, this is the law of survival in the apocalypse. He already has the bearing of a ruler. The other survivors were kneeling, their faces terrified, not daring to raise their heads. If you want to stay, you must follow 2 rules. Work for food and water, and obey my orders 100%. Anyone who doesn't want to can leave right now. Ruin Qingli and I entered the room, side by side. Senior sister, was I too cruel just now? Ruin Qingli smoothed my eyebrows with her hand. They deserved it. The apocalypse is cruel by nature. What you did was show the firm hand a qualified leader must have. I don't see it as cruel. Ruin Qingli took a step forward with a longing gaze. My young friend, I don't want to be just a pretty face. Can you entrust the internal administration of the shelter to me? I want to help you perfect those general rules. My eyes lit up and I slammed the desk. No problem. Starting tomorrow, all internal affairs will be under your charge. I was just worried I had no one to help me. Ruin Qingli's eyes turned a little red. She took my hands in hers. Thank you for trusting me, my young friend. No matter what you want to do, I will help you. I will never betray you in this life. My gaze darkened. A mischievous smile appeared on my lips. My dear superior, we're done with official business. That other way you said you'd help me, can we put it into practice now? Ruin Qingli's cheeks instantly blushed, and she gave me a gentle tap on the chest. Is that all you think about? Wait until I finish organizing the administration, and then I'll let you feel it. 4 days later, in the office, Ruin Qingli entered with a resolute expression, carrying a cup of coffee. My young friend, I made you coffee. Now I'll present the management proposal I thought of yesterday. My gaze fell upon Ruin Kingley's slender, long legs covered in black stockings. You look beautiful in that uniform, my dear superior, more dazzling than any office beauty. Ruin Kingley's cheeks turned a faint shade of red as she placed the coffee on the desk. If you like it, I'll wear it more often, although I'd seem like your personal secretary then. Ruin Kingley's smile vanished, her expression turning serious. First, the matter of titles. Having everyone call you Comrade G. Boda is not appropriate. It doesn't favor hierarchy. I've thought of 4 options. Master, boss, young master, director. Which do you choose? I drummed my fingers on the table, lost in thought. Let's go with director. It fits my status and doesn't sound forced. Ruin Kingley nodded and took out the plan she had prepared. Also, working for supplies can operate on a point system. Someone will be in charge of rating, and the resources will need someone to supervise and distribute them to avoid chaos. You're so professional, my superior. Let's do as you say. In public, he'll call you director, but in private, if you want, you can call me master. My eyes gleamed and I tried to pull Ruin Kingley towards me. My superior, there's no one here now, how about we try it? Ruin Kingley skillfully flashed a charming smile and dodged me, turning towards the door with a mischievous look and a cheerful tone. In broad daylight, we have to work. Don't miss me too much. I'll be with you later tonight. I leaned back in my chair, my fingers drumming on the table, my gaze fixed, my brow slightly furrowed. I thought to myself that the upgraded shelter lacked people. The point system and recruitment needed to be streamlined. I said to Bo Yi, who was guarding the door, Bo Yi, divide the men into 2 teams. The second line will go collect supplies. The first, under your command, will search for gold and jewels. Stay safe. Bo Yi bowed to receive the order. Director, don't worry, we will complete the mission as quickly as possible. In the lounge, on the large bed, I was shirtless, relaxed. Bai Ningbing wore a fine white silk outfit, her cheeks flushed. I wrapped my arm around her thin waist, leaning against the headboard, with a lazy look and a smile on my lips. Bai Ningbing offered me a cigarette with her fingertips. I took it and she lit it. I took a drag and exhaled the smoke. What's wrong, Ningbing? Are you in a bad mood? Darling, do you and Sister Ruan also have a relationship like this? Have you known each other for a long time? Honey, Sister Ruan is the general manager of our base. She's very competent. I feel like I'm no help. Am I a burden to you? Since Sister Ruan arrived, I see you're much happier. Have you known each other for a long time? Yes, my superior and I have known each other for a long time. She has helped us so much. Of course, I appreciate everything she does. And you, my love, having you by my side. I feel completely at peace. You must get along with our friends. In my heart, you are the most important one. I'll listen to you. I'll get along with Sister Ruin. Boss, let's continue. If my husband wants it, I'll give it to him. 3 days later, in the office, I looked at the system panel with an expression of happy surprise. 3,000 gold, 800,000 accumulated points, enough to unlock the auxiliary facilities. The system panel showed unlock power and water supply room. All facilities upgraded to level R. The office door burst open. Director, bad news. 6 or 7 of our soldiers are injured. What happened? Tell me the details. Bo Yi stood at attention to report, his fists clenched. We went to the Agricultural Institute to look for seeds and encountered a 3-meter-tall mutant zombie, incredibly strong. We could barely contain it to escape. Leave 10 men to guard the shelter. The rest of you, assemble and follow me to take care of it. In front of the Agricultural Institute's classroom building, a 3-meter-tall mutant zombie roamed the clearing, emitting low growls, its gaze vacant and giving off a nauseating smell. I hid behind some rubble to observe the zombie. Bo Yi and his men prepared a trap, digging a 4-meter-deep pit filled with wooden stakes. Then they sent someone to lure the zombie. The soldiers acted quickly, digging the pit and setting the stakes. 1 hour later, soldier number 11 came out of hiding and threw a rock at the zombie. The mutant zombie, attracted by the noise, lunged at him. The zombie stepped on the trap, and its body fell, letting out a deafening roar of terror. In the pit, the zombie's body was pierced by a dozen stakes, and it kept writhing. The soldiers came out of their hiding spots and doused the zombie with gasoline. They set it on fire. The flames instantly engulfed the zombie. I was standing by the edge of the pit, my arms crossed. Burn it for 5 more minutes to be sure. 5 minutes later. That's enough, soldiers. Put out the fire. They expertly split open the zombie's head. A gray crystal appeared in Bo Yi's hand. My heart raced a bit. It was a pure, mutant zombie crystal. I can finally purify myself. I took the crystal and turned to the soldiers with a serious voice. I will use this crystal. Your duty is to protect me. I have become an evolved one. In the classroom building, Zhou Dahai, Song Yingxuan, and more than 50 teachers and students poked their heads out of the windows. Are you the rescue army? I turned towards the building. We are not the army. Imji Boda, a physical education student. Zhou Dahai quickly came out of the building. Comrade Ji, could you share some food with us? We're running out of provisions. I can give you food, but you must meet 2 conditions. Work in exchange for supplies, and obey my orders 100%. You, a mere student, dare to speak to Dean Zhou like that? If you disrespect the director again, next time it won't be just a slap. Whoever wants to join, stand on my side. I guarantee your safety and your food. Those who don't want to, can fend for themselves. Song Yingxuan, helping a man over 60, quickly approached me. My father has a fever. Is there medicine in the shelter? I am willing to join and work for you. There is medicine in the shelter. Come back with me, and I'll give it to you. The survivors, one by one, stood behind me. Do you really want to be so ruthless? We are your teachers. My God. In the ruins of the Agricultural Institute, I led the soldiers and 36 survivors towards the shelter. I brought everyone to the shelter's entrance. A soldier saluted and everyone looked on with curiosity. As soon as I sat down in the office chair, Bai Ningbing and Ruan Qingli entered together. Bai Ningbing frowned slightly, her eyes full of worry. Honey, why did you go out yourself? Weren't Bo Yi and the others there? I leaned forward, my voice calm. Bo Yi and the others found a mutant zombie at the Agricultural Institute while looking for seeds. Some soldiers were injured. I led them to resolve it. A creature? A mutant creature? Honey, you didn't get hurt, did you? I stroked Bai Ningbing's head with a gentle look and a confident tone. Don't worry, I'm fine. That zombie has been completely eliminated. Ruan Qingli frowned deeply, her fingers drumming on the table. More than worrying about the zombie mutation, doesn't this mean the world will become increasingly dangerous? Yes, it will be more dangerous, but survivors can also become evolved ones. Ningbing, my superior, sit in the palm of my hand. Bai Ningbing and Ruan Qingli hesitantly sat in the palm of my hand, a mix of curiosity and tension in their eyes. Using my arm strength, I lifted them up firmly. Honey, how did you get so strong? I gently set them down, then grabbed the edge of the desk with one hand, my arm muscles tensing. Because I am now an evolved one. I lifted the over 200-kilo desk with a single hand, holding it firmly in the air. Bai Ningbing and Ruan Qingli were completely stunned, speechless. Ruan Qingli regained her composure, her gaze inquisitive. My young friend, this is related to that mutant zombie, right? I put the desk back on the floor. Yes, it's related. You'll know the details later. My superior, I brought over 30 survivors from the Agricultural Institute, assigned them to tend the fields. And, teacher Song Yingxuan's father has a fever. Remember to bring him some antipyretics. A significant glint shone in Ruan Qingli's eyes. All right, I've got it. My young friend, remember to control yourself. I'll let Ningbing stay with you. Bai Ningbing's cheeks flushed immediately, her gaze evasive, and she nervously fiddled with the hem of her clothes with a shy expression. 3 days later, I was in the office looking at the system panel. 105 people. I can finally upgrade the shelter. A holographic projection of the system panel appeared. Upgrade requirements met. Consuming 10 million points, the shelter is upgraded to level 3. The renovation will take 1 hour. An hour later, the upgraded shelter was 50,000 square meters, including a forest and a dormitory area. The perimeter walls reached 15 meters in height, and the facilities were in order. At that moment, the system announced something. Armory and Medical Center unlocked. Current points, 52 million. I thought to myself, I'll upgrade the auxiliary facilities first. The system continuously displayed successful upgrade notifications. Perimeter walls, housing, cold storage, and other facilities upgraded to level 3, consuming 46 million points. In front of the director's villa, Bai Ningbing, Ruan Qingli and I were looking at the 600 square meter mansion. Honey, is this our new house? It's beautiful. The three of us entered the villa, passing through the living room. There's a gym here too. And behind the game room, there's a swimming pool. The water is from underground, a clean and abundant resource. Honey, can we swim here? I didn't bring my swimsuits. Later I'll tell Bo Yi and the others to find a store and bring a batch for you. 98 million points. I can finally unlock the armory. Director, the Beretta 92F pistol is recommended. High precision, durable, with an effective range of 50 meters. pistols, 50,000 bullets, and upgrade the armory to the second level. I looked at the new armory, now with rifles and submachine guns. With this, the #1 power in Tianhai City will be mine. At night, in the dining room, Bai Ningbing, Ruan Qingli, and I were sitting at the table. Honey, try the sweet and sour ribs I made. I learned from my aunt. I took a rib, put it in my mouth, and chewed slowly. Not bad, much better than the school cafeteria. How can you compare the cafeteria chef to me? Sister Bai Ningbing, big sister, come to my room. I have a gift for you. Little brother, did you purposely ask Bo Yi and the others to collect these things? I thought you girls would like them, so I had them pick up some things along the way. My husband. These things, besides the clothes and jewelry, were chosen very carefully. Do you like them? Ran Kingling picked up a diamond ring, gently caressing it with her fingertips, her gaze tender, a smile on her lips. I didn't expect my little brother to think of these things. I love it. Let me put it on for you. Bai Ningbing took Jiboda's hand with an expectant look. Husband, I want you to put it on me too. I put the necklace on Bai Ningbing. The two girls' faces lit up with smiles. With our little brother here, even in the apocalypse, we live as if in a dream. Bai Ningbing's gaze showed a hint of sadness, her fingers twisting the hem of her clothes, her voice trailing off. If only my family were here too, it would be wonderful. Ran Kingling nodded gently. Together, we will help you develop this shelter. I was sitting in the shelter's office. Bo Yi opened the door and rushed in to report. Director, we found a newly formed mutant zombie near the school cafeteria's warehouse. My pen stopped on the paper. My pupils contracted. The cafeteria warehouse was where Liu Ruyan and the others were hiding. I nodded in response. It's an agile type, not very tall, but extremely fast. It matches the characteristics you described. I leaned back in my chair, drumming my fingers on the table. A mutant zombie's crystal. We can't let it go. Lead a team, eliminate it directly with firearms, and bring me the crystal. Yes, sir. Meanwhile, in the cafeteria warehouse. Oh my God, don't let it in! Don't leave a single crack! Liu Ruyan's hair was a mess. Her clothes were dirty. Xiang Qingshui, her face pale and her gaze venomous, turned to Liu Ruyan, a mocking sneer on her lips. Who's to blame now? If you hadn't provoked Jiboda back then, would we be in this situation? Liu Ruyan trembled from head to toe at her words, her eyes red. Back then, you all conspired to force him to look for Jiboda. There's the monster, stop fighting! What time is this for infighting? You three, come and help lock the door. I can't hear anything anymore. Has it gone? Liu Ruyan, go to the second floor window and confirm if the zombie is gone. I don't dare to go. I just told you to look out the window, not to go out. Hurry up! Liu Ruyan mustered all her courage and staggered up to the second floor. Suddenly, the sheet metal wall dented violently with a loud bang. The agile-type mutant zombie broke through the sheet metal wall and entered the warehouse, growling on all fours, with incredible speed. The survivors in the warehouse ran terrified in all directions. The screams were endless. Runaman was taken down in an instant by the zombie. His body was torn apart, his expression one of pure agony. The mutant zombie lunged at the others, its movements as fast as lightning. Hao Jian's legs went weak. With no time to react, his gaze turned vacant. Don't come any closer! Don't come any closer! Ah ha 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 ha! Ha ha ha! A warrior stepped forward quickly. A flash of cold light shone, and a head rolled on the floor. A gray crystal rolled out. Take it out, clean it, and store it, Commander. There are 3 survivors left here. They are women. What should we do with them? Are you from the army? Did you come to save us? We are not from the army. Xiang Qingshui's pupils contracted, recognizing Bo Yi in an instant. I recognize you. This man was bitten by a zombie. There's a risk of infection. Eliminate him on the spot. Hao Jian didn't even have time to beg before a dagger slit his throat. With eyes full of terror, his body collapsed. Xiang Qingshui, terrified, covered her mouth, trembling all over. With eyes full of tears, Liu Ruyan suddenly threw herself before Bo Yi, falling to her knees. Please take me to Jiboda. I'm his girlfriend. I know I was wrong. He will surely forgive me. I beg you to take me. Take these 3 survivors away. Let the director handle them. The warrior stepped forward and lifted them up. They were escorted out of the warehouse. Bo Yi, holding the gray crystal, left with his team. In the warehouse, only corpses and chaos remained. The entrance to the shelter, Liu Ruyan in tattered clothes. This is a shelter? How ridiculous. The 3 of them followed Bo Yi inside. They're dressed so cleanly. Why do I have to be so disheveled? In the living room of the director's residence. I was sitting on the sofa, legs crossed. Bo Yi, are you sure? Is she Liu Ruyan? I wasn't mistaken. Director, I couldn't have been mistaken. The last time I went to the cafeteria warehouse, I saw her. It's Liu Ruyan. Liu Ruyan's eyes were red, her face dirty, but she still tried to look pitiful. Jiboda, I finally found you. I know I was wrong. I leaned back, a cold smile forming on my lips. But I didn't want to see you. The last time in the warehouse, I was very clear. She kept crying and begging, saying you were her boyfriend. We didn't dare to decide on our own, so we brought her for you to handle. Bo Yi, throw all 3 of them out. Let them go wherever they want. Yes, sir. Jiboda, we were in love for so long. Is there not even a little affection left? From now on, I'll do as you say. I won't throw tantrums again. Please don't. Don't even think about it. We were over a long time ago. It's generous enough of me not to cause you trouble. Ran Kingling walked in with a doubtful expression. Little brother, why is it so messy? What's going on? Little brother, who are these 3? Why do they look so disheveled? Liu Ruyan, upon hearing Ran Kingling's words, bristled instantly, her gaze filled with venom. And I thought you were the big sister's friend, yet you steal my boyfriend. Classmate, have you got the wrong person? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not mistaken if it weren't for you. Shut up. Don't you dare slander the big sister. You hit me for her. You never treated me like this before. Ran Kingling stepped forward and took Jiboda's hand. Little brother. Forget it. They are pitiful too. If we throw them out, they will only find death. Ran Qingling turned to Liu Ruyan and the other 2. Why don't we let them stay? The shelter needs manpower. Let them work for food. It would be like giving them a chance to start over. I looked at Ran Kingling with a bit of doubt in my eyes. Big sister, you pity them. But what she did to me before is unforgivable. Consider it a favor for me, and so this matter can end. After all, you once had real feelings for her. Jiboda, I really know I was wrong. Let me stay. I'll do anything. You want to stay? Fine. I'll give you 2 options. 1, you leave right now. 2, you become my slave. You want me to be your slave? Let's talk. Choose one. I don't have time to argue with you. I choose 2. I'm willing to be your slave. I beg you not to throw me out. A cold smile appeared on my lips, and I pressed down on Liu Ruyan's head. If you chose to be a slave, then act like one. Now go to the bathroom and clean yourself up. Then come see me. Liu Ruyan's gaze was filled with humiliation, but she still stood up and staggered towards the bathroom. Half an hour later, Liu Ruyan arrived at my study. Husband, I'm clean now. I want you to hold me. Stop, Neil. You think you can call me husband? From now on, call me director. Liu Ruyan's body tensed, and then she slowly knelt down. Director. Liu Ruyan crawled on her knees towards Jiboda. I ran my hand through her hair. Her eyes were filled with humiliation. At night, in the dining room. Husband, don't you think you're too cruel to Liu Ruyan? Tell her to come get something to eat. She can continue working after. In a corner of the kitchen, Liu Ruyan, in plain clothes and with a red handprint on her cheek, was squatting and cleaning the floor. Sooner or later, they'll make you all pay. I took a bite of food. My tone was indifferent. Don't worry. When she finishes her work, she'll go get her ration. If she works hard, she won't starve. Liu Ruyan's cleaning motions paused. Her fingers unconsciously touched the mark on her cheek, a strange emotion flashing in her vacant gaze. I noticed the strangeness in Liu Ruyan and frowned slightly. Could it be that this woman has awakened some kind of strange attribute? Early in the morning of the fourth day, Song Qianping and Song Yingshuan were standing by the field, next to the lushly growing crops. Director, your farm is truly miraculous. In such a short time, the crops have already entered the growth stage. How did you manage it? The field was specially conditioned. Just plant as I told you and don't worry about it. The team. Song Yingshuan took a step to stop me. Director, will you be free this noon? I'd like to invite you to a meal, to thank you for the medicine and for letting us stay. I turned and left, waving my hand. You're welcome. As long as you take good care of the fields, that's enough. That same morning, at the entrance of Longsing University, 6 modified off-road vehicles burst in, knocking down the guardrail. The engines roared, the wheels crushed zombie corpses. Inside, Xiaoliang exclaimed excitedly. Wow, we took care of 2 more, said Wu Xiaogong. Longjing University has many supermarkets, and we might even find some pretty college girls. Let's go in and loot a bit. The off-road vehicles entered the campus, running over everything in their path. 10 minutes later, in the shelter's living room, Xiaoliang and the others were tied up, squatting on the ground. Who the hell are you? Why are there people like you in a place like this? Sitting in the main chair with a cold expression, I leaned forward, hands on the table. Who are you? Why did you come to Longjing University? We are survivors from Fengming Shan. We came to collect supplies. We didn't mean to trespass. Please, forgive us this time. My gaze wavered slightly, but my tone was firm. You are from the Raging Clan. I don't understand what you're talking about. Our leader is Cheng Ji. Bo Yi, arrange for some men to escort them to Fengming Shan and bring their leader here. An hour later. Boss, Longjing University has a military camp, high walls, and even heavy machine guns. Their young master wants to see you. Be careful. They're still holding our people. Cheng Ge frowned, drumming his fingers on the table. Military? Didn't they say why they wanted to see me? Xiaoliang shook his head. They didn't, but that young master is very young and quite handsome. Boss, Kao Xuanjun and his people came to bother us again. Xiao Jun and several of our brothers were injured. Don't worry about Kao Xuanjun for now. First, go bring back Xiaoxin and the others. We'll go alone. You stay here and take care of things. Going alone is very dangerous. They have heavy machine guns. It doesn't matter how many guards I take. It'll be useless. If something happens to me, take the rest and escape. I was sitting in the office chair, leaning slightly forward. Are you Chen Ji, the leader of the Raging Clan? Chen Ji, with a confused expression, frowned. What is the Raging Clan? My name is Chen Ji. I am the leader of the Fengming Shan settlement. I rubbed my forehead with a relieved tone. So it was a coincidence of names, a misunderstanding. I want to recruit you to work for me. Work? Chen Ji flinched slightly, his body tensing. Recruit us? You're not joking, are you? We have many women and children. Our combat strength isn't great. The shelter has fields and is self-sufficient. The women and children can work, and we have no shortage of men who want to join. You know the city. You can help me speed up the collection of supplies. I can agree to be recruited, but I hope we can have a free life. As long as we don't cause trouble, I hope you won't interfere too much. No problem. Now let's talk about the other factions in the Yanghai district. How much do you know? In the Yanghai district, there are 4 major factions. Besides us, there's Kao Xuanjun, Jin Biao, and the Shen Yue group. Kao Xuanjun was a real estate boss. He occupies the Fenghuang Gong Club. His subordinates are cruel and even use zombies as bait. Jin Biao comes from a shady background. He occupies the Tianfu mansion, has 300 henchmen, hides grenades, and enslaves the wealthy people nearby. The Shen Yue group, led by Su Qingyan, has more than 1,200 survivors. It's the largest settlement in the Yanghai district. An hour later, at the Fengming Shan camp. At the Fengming Shan camp, Chen Ge was standing on high ground. His subordinates surrounded him below, with agitated expressions. Boss, why do we have to be recruited? We can find supplies on our own. Chen Ji's voice was serious and resonant. The food will only last for 3 days. That shelter can produce its own food. It can help everyone survive. Private life is also free. Whoever wants to follow me, come. I won't force those who don't. At dusk, in the shelter's operations room, a map was spread out in the center. Ruin Kingley nodded and took notes. The senior chief will continue as general administrator. Tomorrow, assign tasks for the 600 new people. I turned to look at Chen Ji. Of the 3 factions in the Yanghai district, which one should we absorb first? Give me your opinion. Chen Ji's finger pointed at Kao Swanjun's symbol. Attack Kao Swanjun first. They are the weakest and have little ammunition for their guns. Most of the farm workers were forced to obey. Kao Swanjun is very strange. His strength is immense now. He broke several of one of my men's ribs. He might be an evolved one. An evolved one. Perfect. Let's use him to start. In 3 days, draw up a battle plan to eliminate Kao Swanjun. Director, don't worry. We guarantee we'll complete the mission in 3 days. The 4 of them surrounded the map with serious expressions. The atmosphere was tense. The battle plan was officially underway. In a room at the Fenghuang Gong, Kao Swanjun held a club, while the 2 sisters, Su Qianqian and Su Momo, huddled on the floor. You dared to escape. Today you'll teach you a lesson you won't forget. The club came down. Kao Swanjun's arm used its strength. The weapon whistled through the air and hit the ground. We beg you, forgive us, we won't do it again. The bunny girl, with exquisite makeup and a flattering expression, approached with a cigar. She carefully handed it to Kao Swanjun, with a fawning look and smooth movements. It seems I'll have to teach you the rules around here. Suddenly, his subordinate Xiao Fei interrupted him. Boss Kaio, from Fengming Shan, several hundred have left. Only a little over 100 are left. Heh. Chengji also left. This is the perfect opportunity to absorb them. That night, outside the Fenghuang Gong, 210 soldiers were waiting here. Split the attack, leave no one alive. Attack the front and the east and west flanks simultaneously. Watch the back door and the perimeter. Don't let a single one escape. Inside the Fenghuang Gong, Kao Swanjun's men held pistols, with panic on their faces. Quick, block the main entrance. The soldiers raised their rifles and opened fire, the bullets forming a web of fire. Kao Swanjun's men fell to the ground, hit by the shots. Kao Swanjun's office. The original military, all the weapons, the door was kicked down. Drop your weapons, hands on your head, and get on the ground. Anyone who resists will be executed on the spot. Kao Swanjun's legs gave out, and he immediately squatted down with his hands on his head. It took 15 minutes, 5 more than expected. Go back, intensify the training. 4 days later, in the shelter director's office. Director, mission accomplished. Kao Swanjun has been captured. Only 1 soldier suffered a minor scratch. Kao Swanjun was tied up tightly, kneeling on the floor. Boss, I'm willing to tell you everything, please. Forgive me. I leaned forward with a piercing gaze. How did you get so strong? Did you eat something special? I ate the crystal that was inside a mutated zombie. I couldn't resist and ate it. An evolved one who surrenders to bullets. How shameful. Bo Yi received a signal from Ji Boda, turned around, and made a gesture. Kao Swanjun's face turned pale, struggling to plead for his life, but a soldier stuffed his mouth with a rag. I looked at the system panel, my heart pounding with excitement. The population is sufficient. I can finally upgrade to LV4. Conditions for consume 100 million points. Shelter upgraded to LV4. Remodeling requires 12 hours. 12 hours later, the upgraded shelter, 250,000 square meters covering the entire Longjing University. The walls are now 20 meters high. The facilities are in order. Unlocked. Vehicle Management Center, Livestock Farm. Current population, 1,320 people. Points, 436 million. I pressed the control panel with my finger. First upgrade. The barracks and the armory. Barracks upgraded to LV4. Unlocks 1,000 synthetic soldiers. Armory upgraded to LV4, unlocks rocket launchers, armored vehicles. I couldn't wait any longer. I went to the barracks. 1,360 soldiers were formed in orderly rows. Bo Yi was at the front, with a solemn expression. Reorganization, 3 full battalions, plus a reinforcement battalion. Bo Yi is promoted to regiment commander. The survivors, standing in the shelter, watched the upgraded facilities with amazement in their eyes. We're so lucky we followed the director to have such a safe life. In the shelter's office, Ruin Kingley, Song Qianping, Chen Ge, Bo Yi, and I sat around a long table. I rested my hands on the table with a sharp gaze. I have gathered you here to formally establish the departments, facilitating the shelter's management and development. The senior chief will assume the role of Minister of Internal Affairs, responsible for survivor management and supply coordination, the same tasks as before. Ruin Kingsley leans slightly forward, listening attentively. Miss Song, you will be the Minister of Agriculture, in charge of agricultural production. Thank you for your trust, Director. I will certainly manage it well. As for agricultural production, if I need personnel, I will consult with Minister Ruan in a timely manner. Bo Yi, you will take on the role of Minister of Military Affairs, in charge of security, supply collection, and external operations, with full coordinating authority. Bo Yi bowed to accept the order, with a decisive movement and a firm gaze. Cheng Yi, you will be the Minister of Transportation Management, in charge of vehicle management and mission coordination. Your team is good at this. If the Director trusts me, I will not disappoint him. I will be in charge of all matters related to vehicles. When the meeting ended, Qi Xiaoqing was at the door, nervously fiddling with the hem of her clothes, not daring. Sir, are you done? May I come in? Come in. If you have something to say, just say it. I want to change jobs. Farm work isn't for me. I want to work by your side. I know how to wash, cook, and I even taught myself how to give massages. If you don't mind, I could give you a trial massage. Washing and cooking aren't necessary, but we can test your massage skills. If you're good, you'll stay by my side. Thank you, sir. I will do my best. I know you've always had your eye on me. Ever since we first met, your gaze has never left me. Meanwhile, in an abandoned warehouse in the Yanghai district. Outside the warehouse, Jin Defu, with an arrogant expression. More than 30 armed subordinates, with fierce faces. Director Su, surrender. Director Su, for old time's sake, might spare your life. Inside the warehouse, Su Qingyan's face was pale, but her gaze was firm. Dahai, and I don't deserve. You're nothing but a smug villain. You only have one chance. Hand over control immediately, or don't blame me for being inconsiderate. I make the rules here. Ungrateful traitor, Director Su spared your life before, and now you repay her with evil. Insolent, attack capture Su Qingyan alive. The others don't matter. Whoever captures her alive will get a reward. With me, do you want to go take a look? Welcome back, Xiao Qiao. In the room, Chen Yi was chewing gum, leaning against a bookshelf. Minister Chen, not far from here, there's an abandoned warehouse. Two factions are fighting. Should we go take care of them? Good. Two factions. Have you investigated their numbers and firepower? Inside the warehouse, there are less than 8 people. Outside, more than a dozen. Both sides only have pistols, no heavy weapons. Stop the supply transport. Take some men, and let's go. Take a look. Outside the old warehouse, among the bushes, the ones in charge are men from the Shanyu group. Who are they fighting against? Minister Chen, can we control their actions? Proceed. Authorized to open fire on those who resist. The soldiers emerged from the bushes, raising their rifles and forming a circle. Who dares to ambush us? We have rifles and grenades too. Drop your weapons, put your hands on your head and sit on the ground, or we will open fire immediately. Director Su, are they military? What do we do? Lower your weapons. Do as they say. You're Su Qingyan from the Shunyue group. Why are your own men chasing you? There was a problem in the group. They betrayed me. Come with me to the shelter to cooperate with the investigation. More than 10 minutes later, in the shelter's office, Su Qingyan and I were together. Mr. Cheng had already told me everything. What's the current situation with the Shunyue group? My subordinate, Yu Dahai, betrayed me. He has taken control of the group. There are now over 1,700 survivors. He'll give you 2 options. Stay as one of my people, follow the rules, work for food, or I'll send someone to escort you away from here. Su Qingyan thought about it and decided quickly. I choose to stay. It's just. Those people chasing me outside, how do you plan to deal with them? I gave a cold smile. I'll take care of all of them. Anyway, I was planning to absorb the Shun Yui group, so we'll take this opportunity to clean up the unstable elements. If you trust me, I can help. You don't need to bother dealing with them. The door to your office opened slowly. Junior, I heard you brought Director Su Qingyan back. Director Su, I've admired you for a long time. Leading the Shan Yui group into the world's top 500 is truly impressive. I'm Ruin Kingley, the shelter's Minister of Internal Affairs. Ruin Kingley. You're the young lady of the Ruin family from the capital. Ruin Kingley smiled, her tone serene. After the apocalypse, there are no more young ladies. I'm just a person taking refuge under the director's protection. An ordinary person. I put down the teacup, curiosity in my eyes. Senior, why did you come back so early? Didn't you say work would keep you late today? I heard Director Su had arrived, so I came specifically to see. How do you plan to assign things to her, Junior? My voice was casual, my gaze calm. Assign her work like the other survivors. Ruin Kingley shook her head, her voice serious. Let me take Director Su to get settled in first. I'll discuss future arrangements with you later. Okay, as you wish. Ruin Kingley and Su Qingyan left the office together. Ruin Kingley's steps were elegant, Su Qingyan's posture distinguished. In the studio apartment, Ruin Kingley and Su Qingyan sat across from each other on a small sofa. Director Su, what do you think? Is it all right if you stay here for now? It's a bit small. I apologize for the inconvenience. Su Qingyan gently shook her head, a faint smile on her lips. In the apocalypse, just having a place to stay is a blessing. Being taken in is already a great honor for me. Ruin Kingley leaned forward, her gaze inquisitive. Would you mind if I sat and chatted with you for a moment? I wanted to ask. What's your first impression of this shelter? Su Qingyan grazed the rim of the cup with her fingertips, her gaze thoughtful. It's a very good impression. It's safe and orderly. I didn't expect it to be built by Director G, who is my age. He's very capable. Ruin Kingley's eyes sparkled, her tone serious. I want to protect this piece of pure land well, but right now we're lacking exceptional management talent, and I'd like to invite Director Su to give us her full support. Su Qingyan's gaze wavered slightly, her tone serene. I promise Director G will do whatever job I'm assigned well. There's no need to bring these things up intentionally. Ruin Kingley smiled, her tone relaxed. Why don't you observe a little more? See if this place can satisfy you. Su Qingyan's gaze was indifferent. She nodded slightly. I have nowhere else to go, so naturally I will observe carefully. Ruin Kingley stood up and straightened her skirt. Rest well these next 2 days. Daily necessities will be sent to you on time. I am off to work. At the same time, in Jiboda's office, I pointed to a mark on the map while Bo Yi listened attentively. The Shunyue group has over 1,700 survivors. Yu Dahai has 300 loyal subordinates, over 60 handguns. Send 100 men, take it in 1 day. Bo Yi bowed to receive the order, his movement decisive. Yes, Director. I assure you I will complete the mission. In the Shunyue group's office, Yu Dahai and Jin Yuyan were embracing on the sofa. Suddenly, Yu Dahai stopped, frowning. Director Yu, what's wrong? Is something on your mind? Dr. Jin and the others haven't returned yet. Something must have happened to them. They were carrying quite a few weapons. Surely they'll be able to capture Su Qingyan and bring her back. How do you plan to deal with her? If she cooperates, I'll give her a chance. If not, I'll get rid of her. Don't move. Hands on your head. Take all the survivors. Escort them all back to the shelter. Half an hour later, in the shelter's barracks, I looked at Yu Dahai kneeling on the floor. You're Yu Dahai? Do you know where you are? Young master, could there be a misunderstanding between us? If you need anything, just order it. There's no need to make such a fuss. I'm short on manpower, so I came to take your people. By the way, I'll let you see an old acquaintance. Ruin Kingley and Su Qingyan entered the barracks in high heels, with an extraordinary air. Director Yu, long time no see. Su Qingyan, why are you here? Director Su was being chased by you. I saved her. I'm giving you the chance to get revenge with your own hands. Thank you. Director Su, I was wrong. Please, spare my life. Sister, I'm your brother. I surrender wholeheartedly. When you betrayed me, when you chased me, did you even think about our bond as siblings? Well done. The people from the Shenyu group have been brought here. Take care of filtering out the unstable elements. They'll finish it as soon as possible. In my senior's room, Ruin Kingly and I were lying in bed, holding each other. I caressed Ruin Kinglith's long legs. Ruin Kingly smiled. Write it like this: fishnet stockings. Director Su also likes to wear office attire. Between her and me, who is more beautiful? Senior, you're number one in my heart. You'll always be number one. Let's talk business. Give Su Qingyan a part of the internal affairs management. Her talent shouldn't be wasted. Senior. Do you want to promote her to a high-level management position? She was able to lift the Shenyu group from the brink of bankruptcy. She's very good at managing talent. Just because the apocalypse doesn't provide an environment for her to shine, doesn't mean she lacks the ability. No problem. However you arrange it, Senior, is fine. How can we win her over completely? The best way is for you to use your charms. But you must use a subtle approach. Give her trust and freedom. Senior, are you teaching me how to flirt or how to recruit talent? Both. She has talent. If she joins us wholeheartedly, it will be good for the shelter. You're my only support. I want to help you recruit more talent for the future. We'll develop this shelter together. At the same time, at the entrance of the Huaxi Hospital camp in Tianhai City, an officer and 7 streamers, including Zhang Yi, had excited looks on their faces. Are you really from the government? Please, take us to the shelter. We are from the government. Huaxi Hospital has been converted into a shelter. We came specifically to receive you. We're finally safe. That's not true. The expression on those survivors' faces is too apathetic. The way they look at us is full of sadness. Most of their relatives have died. It's normal for them to not be in a good mood. They'll take you to get settled in and have something to eat. These streamers are really beautiful. Boss, do you need us to get them ready for tonight? First things first. They're already here. They're not going to escape. We'll take care of that later. Inside the sports center, Bo Yi and I, along with the others, were hiding behind sports equipment, looking towards the center. My gaze was fixed on the mutant zombie. Bo Yi whispered, "Director, mission target confirmed. Do we eliminate it now?" I pursed my lips, my voice firm. Now the mutant zombie, with its enormous body, roared ceaselessly, wandering aimlessly. Its steps were heavy. More than 10 spherical grenades fell from the sky. The mutant zombie, hearing the sound of the grenades, turned sharply and lunged towards them, roaring. The grenades exploded in succession, flames lit up the sky, and smoke and dust covered everything. When the smoke cleared, the mutant zombie had been blown to pieces. Director, the mission target has been successfully eliminated. In Bo Yi's hand, the ivory-white purification crystal emitted a faint light. Young Master, we've found a complete purification crystal. Bo Wu, catch. Bo Wu, with a serious expression, stepped forward, took the crystal, and swallowed it. After returning to the shelter, Ruin Kingly and I were standing by the radio. Huaxi Hospital, joint rescue by the army and the government. Huaxi Hospital. I feel like something's not right. Ruan Qingli leaned in slightly, with a puzzled look. Junior, what is it that feels wrong to you? There are no military garrisons in Tianhai City, and traffic is paralyzed. It's impossible for government aid to have arrived here first. It's too much of a coincidence. Minister Song. In Minister Song's room, Song Yingxuan was crying her heart out on the bed, tightly gripping her father's hand. Yingxuan. Dr. Wang, with an awkward expression, was wringing his hands. Abdominal pain, coma, the cause is complex. Without diagnostic equipment, I can't make a judgment. My gaze is sharp, decisive. The medical center has the equipment. Well, take Minister Song to get checked out. Dr. Wang looks uncomfortable, his tone resigned. The equipment here is too advanced. I only know how to use the old kind. My hands are tied. Song Yingxun suddenly stands up and looks at me. Director, I beg you to save me. Don't kneel, it'll help you. Minister Song has given his heart and soul to the shelter. I won't abandon him. Ruin Kingly and I exchanged a look. Ruan Qingli's gaze is filled with worry. He'll take people to Huaxi Hospital on one hand to investigate the situation, and on the other to bring back a doctor. Big sister, don't worry, I'm involved. With Bo Yi and the others, plus a platoon of soldiers, it's safe enough. The strong must grow in a crisis. I have to go. Ruin Kingless' eyes redden. Her voice is serious. Then you have to promise me you'll come back safely. If anything happens to you, he'll go with you. Don't worry, he'll finish the mission and be back soon. At the gates of Huaxi Hospital, Bo Yi and I, along with the others, are at the entrance. The soldiers are pointing their guns at us. Halt! Who are you? Bo Yi raises both hands and moves forward slowly. Friends, don't be nervous. We're survivors from the Yanghai district. We heard on the radio that there was an official shelter here. Ah, you're survivors seeking refuge. Welcome, welcome, coming from so far away. Couldn't have been easy, right? You're telling me. There were 7 or 8 of us at first, but we lost many brothers along the way. We've run out of food and water. Could you give us some provisions? Of course we can. Follow me. He'll get you a place to stay and some provisions. Inside the hospital, a low-ranking officer leaves food and water. He sits by the bed with an inquisitive look and a casual tone. So you're fleeing from the Yanghai district? You don't seem like pushovers. We used to work in the sports industry, so our physical fitness helped us survive. Meeting you guys, the military, was a stroke of luck. Finally, we can breathe easy. The officer gets up and goes to the door, a cold smile forming on his lips. Well, rest well. I won't bother you anymore. What idiots, believing in a rescue army in these times. Just stay there quietly. This is a week's worth of food. Bo Yi stops pretending, approaches the bars, and shakes them hard. Director, your judgment was correct. This place definitely has a problem. In the room across, Jiang Ming clings to the bars, with Jiang Yi behind him. Are you also some unlucky souls tricked by the radio? Friend, are you locked up in here too? Jiang Yi approaches the bars. Is that you? What are you doing here? My pupils dilate. My face shows astonishment. You are. Jiang Yi's eyes are red, her hands clinging to the bars. It's me, Jiang Yi. In high school, I was your desk mate for 2 years. Have you already forgotten? Suddenly, I remember. Why are you locked up in here? What else could it be? Just like you guys, tricked by the radio broadcast. I'm talking to an old friend. Could you shut your mouth? After the college entrance exam, I didn't continue my studies and became a streamer. When the apocalypse began, I was tricked into coming here with other streamers. I look at Jiang Ming with a serious tone. I heard Yi say you arrived earlier. You know this place. Do you know where to find a highly qualified doctor? And why should I tell you? We're all trapped here. No one is going to get out of this unscathed. Bo Yi, the evolved one, unleashes his power, grabs the bars with both hands, and tenses his muscles. The iron bars bend outward. The director asks you a question. Answer truthfully. Bo Yi quickly moves to the opposite room and bends another bar. He grabs Jiang Ming and subdues him in front of Jiboda. I ask, you answer. No secrets. How many survivors are locked up here in total? At least 5,000. The 3 dormitory buildings were turned into prisons. They call their boss Longji. They have men and heavy weaponry. I'm begging you, save my older sister. She was a doctor here. I'm sure they have her locked up. They special at least 5,000. The 3 dormitory buildings were turned into prisons. They call their boss Longji. They have men and heavy weaponry. I'm begging you, save my older sister. She was a doctor here. I'm sure they have her locked up. They specialize in capturing medical and pharmaceutical personnel for their experiments. We'll leave for now, but we'll retake this place soon. Don't reveal anything about us. Jiboda, I believe in you. After we broke up, I haven't loved anyone else. No one compares to you. My expression is surprised, then it softens. Don't worry, they'll definitely come back for you. Bo Yi, Bo Wu, and I leave the room, our figures disappearing down the hall. Jiang Yi stands at the door with a determined look. When Bo Yi and the others escaped, we captured a guard. Who are you? Longji won't forgive you. I look down at him. I ask, you answer. If you dare to hide anything, you'll face the consequences. He'll tell you everything. We're from the Mafia. The uniforms and weapons were provided by a mysterious force. They told us to trick the survivors. into coming to Huaxi Hospital. Every day, we have to take more than 10 survivors to the basement. We've never seen anyone come out. The mysterious force uses a helicopter to transport supplies. And they have the key to the basement door. It's useless, take him away. We'll attack at midnight. First, we'll take Huaxi Hospital, then we'll interrogate the leaders about that mysterious force. Mission accomplishment guaranteed. We'll wipe out this scum in half a day. Leave no one behind. Rescue all the survivors. An hour later, the battle is over. A crowd of survivors gathers in the square of Huaxi Hospital. They surround the square, and I am at the front. Gratitude fills the survivors' eyes. At that moment, the system notification sounds. The shelter's level has risen to LV5. A year later, I am standing in front of the map of the entire province hanging in the shelter. Ruan Qingli, Jiang Yi, Chen Gei, Su Qingyan, Liu Ruyan. They all surround me with happy faces. My gaze embraces them all tenderly. The survivors live in peace, the fields are fertile, and the facilities are complete and orderly. I extend my arms to embrace those beside me. With you here, this place is the only paradise on earth. They all look at each other and smile, snuggling up to Jiboda with tender gazes and faces full of happiness.